My loves, it's me, your ascension guide, Sarah Jean McPhee, and we're here to shine a little bit of light on the consciousness and what's swirling around us. Welcome to the Golden Carpet with I Rise, I Shine with Chris and Jai, and this is where we meet some of the most radiant healers and light workers in our community today. So we're going to step into a little astro gossip, and mine today is the frequency war conversation colliding with the reality of heavy metals in our bodies? Are we truly being affected by the overwhelming amount of frequencies in our environment? Or is it that our bodies and our nervous system are just signaling that they need deeper support and more care and better pathways, right, to detox? So there are some circulation theories circulating online about this exact idea. I know I saw a couple of videos that they were like, watch this before it goes away. You know, bunch of gossip out there, but we're not here to spiral into that fear. What we're actually here to do is have a real conversation happening about toxicity and the environmental exposure that we do get today. So maybe this is why some of us have been feeling so off. Let's find out. I could not think of a better person to walk this golden carpet with. And today we're joined by our beautiful, the grounded, the intentional Nancy Hodges. Nancy translates, hello. She translates into the stars, into a manual for the heart, a living blueprint for our soul, and by blending divine clarity with practical magic, she empowers you to evolve with purpose. She is part mystic, part cosmic cheerleader, which I love. Nancy guides you to up-level your energy in rhythm with the universe and lead from your highest and wisest self. Please welcome Nancy.
Thanks.
Hello.
Howdy doody.
Howdy doody. Welcome.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to talk about with the energy and detoxing and the electricity. So,
well, let's gently step into this. When you hear gossip like this, heavy metals, detoxing, what comes to the forefront of your mind?
Well, first of all, I found some really awesome artists recently that are kind of heavy metal. They're more punk, but so I'm kind of calling that rough, gritty energy in to get me through some of this stuff that's going on. But honestly, it feels sneaky. Heavy metals are sneaky. I just feel like you're told one thing. I'm such a guinea pig for health fads. I basically have a supplement garage in my kitchen, which is a little embarrassing, but I'm trying to minimize because they come in everything. Once you hear, oh, it causes pancreatic cancer, this causes this. I was when I first had my kids, I was all about greening up my house and my products. And so I've been on that path for a long time. But as far as heavy metals go, it's they tell you they seep into your bones, but what's the actual truth? And I think what you know is inside of you and you follow your intuition. I think for 2 years I drank cilantro smoothies. I didn't really know why. I maybe just heard a little blip and it stuck in my brain. And so I did it. But I can't tell you that it changed my heavy metal content in my body. But I do believe in plants and detoxing my environment with nature.
Right. I get that. The one thing I fell into is bentonite clay. Taking that, I don't do it on a regular. It's like, last time I did it was probably 5 years ago. But I just brought into my life this recently. I was like, I'm going to do another week of bentonite clay, just try to flush it out. But, like you said, the supplements, like you kind of have to be careful of the exposure even through that sometimes. So you got, definitely research what you're taking and how you're trying to detox from it. But do you take any other personal protections against heavy metal, like in your actual immediate home?
Honestly, as an energy, I mean, you don't have to be a Reiki master of anything. You just have to protect your own energy. And your body knows. Your highest and wisest self is just there waiting to tell you if you tap in. And so what I tell my clients all the time is create that practice for that knowing. And you can look at a cup of coffee and be like, oh, is this right for me? And you'll know if it is or if it isn't. Usually we just override all of our intuition. But I mean, as you get on the conscious path and being more careful with your energy, you can do it with your food, with your supplements, with your drinks, with your people. I mean, people can be just as toxic as a grapefruit, or whatever that you're inorganic,
Heavy metals for the mind.
Yeah. So, what else do you do? Like, I mean, I have a pretty clean, energetic house. However, we've got computers all over the place. So, as far as EMF stuff goes, do you do anything with, grid work or energetic work within your own local environment to kind of detox that energy?
Yeah, I moved to the hills. I got away from everything. If I were to turn off my power, if I were to turn off my Wi-Fi, it'd be a dead zone of radio frequencies. I wouldn't even be able to connect my phone to be able to send out a text. I'd probably have to hike up the hill to go do that. So, I mean, that's the extreme. Do I have my house turned off all the time? No.
Right.
Do I try not to sleep with my phone? I try to put it away from my bed, at least not within a 5 feet radius. Yes, I do that. I also try to position the Wi-Fi so it's not near my children's bedroom. Just different things like that to help the exposure. But I think the biggest leap I took was for frequencies. It's just to go hide in the hills.
Yeah, not everybody can do that, but you can have plants. I avoid what is that? As far as like ingesting heavy metals, and being aware of what we're putting in our bodies. Like I really don't go out to eat that often anymore. It's just been a natural progression. Again, it's not like I set the intention or anything like that. I just don't really trust what's in the food that's out there, unless it's a restaurant that I can totally trust. You look at a chicken pad thai and I'm like, I wonder where this chicken came from. It's not organic. So, I mean, you can get into the details and drive yourself a little crazy with that for sure. So
you can. Yeah, you've already hit on a couple of practices that I teach through Ayurveda. One, your choices matter. It's actually one of the causes of disease. If you know you're not supposed to eat that and you eat it anyways, failure of intellect. And then also, like, don't get so extreme. You're going to cause yourself more mental anguish and more physical anguish if you're eating something that you're like hating yourself on. Like, why am I eating this for? Like, that's not going to digest well. So just tend to lighten up a little bit. Know that you can have your chocolate cake on occasion, right? And then also maybe doing some detox pathways to like get this stuff out of you. And
yeah, and the best thing is to drink a lot of water, good water, and to exercise and sweat. I mean, that's really basic. You don't have to do a crazy detox. I've done a number of them, and it's whatever floats your boat. If you believe it, then it's gonna work on you. It is part of that intention and that belief.
For sure.
Life. Yeah. With the chill, with relaxing, like not with the anxiety. Yeah, that's a little bit difficult in this day and age.
What are some of your intentional practices in your immediate environment as far as like frequency and actually working with what you have around you to bring about a good frequency?
Yeah, just my breath. I'm a breathwork facilitator, guide, and that's first and foremost. And just connecting with my highest and wisest self or great spirit, Mother Earth. I call it all in. I don't really have one thing. And one day it might be like, sweet great mama, Mama Earth, come on down and jazz me up, clear me out. It's white light, it's blue light, it's electric light, it's sweet little baby Jesus. It's it's everything. I just call in, but my highest and wisest self, along with the highest vibration of unconditional love. And then from there, I feel like that just kind of sets the stage for protection.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forming our own protections and calling in the higher self in whatever form that comes. I believe that. she shows up in so many different forms. She calls in help and aid, and just like, it doesn't have to be one thing that we call to for protection, in my opinion.
It's personal. That's what I tell my clients, like, make it your own, do it yourself, write it down, but do it every day. Try to do it every day. Yeah. And then my biggest thing that I like, I do not invite, anything less than the highest vibration of love is not welcome and is banished to a place that it can do no harm. And that includes heavy metals. Like, you're out, I'm literally eating like some mercury. No, I wouldn't do that. Sometimes I eat my little crystals that I've got surrounding me, but just creating those intentions, having an intentional life. That's big.
Well, I hear that you have an intention for us after this, but we're going to have a little blessing from our sponsors. And when we come back, Nancy, I hope you can guide us through a little grounding embodiment meditation.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Thanks.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Reach out, touch what was once just in your imagination.
Well, we're back. Well, so we have this community, Nancy, where people are welcome backstage. You can watch the full show on there. You don't have to be on YouTube to watch this. We do live stream straight to it. And, Jai's in there, Chris is in there. We're going to get you in there. I'm in there. We're just all hanging out, having further conversations about what you and I are talking about now. But, there is truth in the fact that we are more exposed right now, and our nervous systems are more activated, right? And so our bodies are asking for deeper care. And instead of staying in the mind, let's come back into the body. So whenever you're ready, my dear, I am grateful and thankful for your offering.
Yes, indeed. And that's where we begin with gratitude. So what I'm going to do is just lead us in a little gentle breath work. But what's most important at this time is that it's embodied, that it's in your body, the electricity that's occurring right now in the astro zone and in the cosmos. And just read any clickbait that's out there. It's jarring, to say the least. So let's center ourselves and really call it into our bodies, because this is what's going to get us through this nutty time. So I would invite everyone to close down your eyes or find a focal point, just a soft gaze. And invite your breath just to flow in and out of your nose, 100% through your nose. In and out. Relax. We're going to do a body scan in just a moment, but first, connect with the surface you're resting on. Notice that it's supporting you. And then connect with the surface you're resting upon, with the surface that it's resting upon. And allow yourself to be held by where you're sitting or standing or sleeping or walking. And again, bringing your focus back to your breath, in and out of your nose. And in this moment, throughout this meditation, remember that you are safe, you are supported, and you are welcome. Continue breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Deepen your breath just a little bit more. Just relax 10% more while you're breathing in and out of your nose. And let's shine a beautiful, sparkling, white, misty light on the crown of your head as you're breathing slowly. And as we do this body scan, bring your awareness to the body part that I'm mentioning. See if you can just feel it. So again, the white light spotlight is on the crown of your head. And now it's melting down your forehead, down to your ears and your eyebrows and your cheeks, out to the tips of your eyelashes, to your jaw, your teeth, your mouth, your chin. Relaxing and shining that light and checking in. And relaxing and grounding your neck, the back of your neck, your throat, the top of your shoulders, your chest. Allow that spotlight to relax and ground all the way down your arms, your elbows, your forearms to your fingertips and your fingernails. And allowing yourself just to relax 20% more. Bringing your awareness to the palms of your hands and shining that relaxing light up your arms, to your armpits, to the sides of your ribs. Glowing and relaxing down the back of your back. The back of where your wings used to be. The back all the way down your spine, relaxing the soft part of your belly. Just allow your belly to spill out, breathing in and out of your nose. Completely relaxing down to your bottom, the tops of your legs, your thighs, bringing your awareness to your knees, behind your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles, the tops of your feet. Shining that light, glowing up and relaxing just 20% more, your entire body, to the tips of your toes, to your toenails, to the pads of your feet. Now you're encompassed in this body scan. Your whole body is just glowing and relaxing, completely bringing awareness and love to your entire glowed up being. You can keep your eyes closed or open your eyes just a little bit to a soft gaze, and let's meet on an exhale. So exhale all of your air out. Bring it in through your nose. Sniff a little bit more in and hold it. Relax your whole body and let it out. Out of your mouth. Bring in it again through your nose and hold at the top. Sniff a little more. Hold it and relax your whole body. A little smile on your face. Hold it and let it out. And one more. Fill it up. Stick out your belly. Make a little bit more room for your lungs. Hold it and relax. Sinking further into the space you're resting on. And one more. Hold it and let it go. Now allow your breath to recalibrate back in and out of your nose. And we'll do a little bit of counting this time with our bodies. I want you just to move whatever feels good, but we want it to anchor into ourselves. And you can even tap, but I'm going to count. So in and out of our nose, you can rock back and forth. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. One more, 4, 5. And bring it in. And exhale this time, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale through your nose. 3, 4. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold it just for a minute. Draw it in slowly. In. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold just for a moment. Again, inhale for 4. Lengthen our exhales. This time 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently hold until you feel just a little air hunger. Try not to gasp on your inhale. Smooth. And exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last hold. Hold as long as you can. And then recalibrate. Come on back to your breath. Let your breath breathe you. Give your body a shake. The most grounding thing you can do is hum, shake, get in your body. This week has a lot of electricity. Humming, clapping, singing, dancing. Remember who you are. Bring your hands to your chest. Bring your hands to prayer, whatever feels good. Call in gratitude to your heart. Appreciation for this moment, for your breath, for a loved one, for a pet. Just call that feeling into your heart. Tell yourself you're safe, you're supported, you're welcome, and you're here. Continue to breathe in and out of your nose and cultivate that appreciation and this embodied breath as often as you can, especially when you're feeling a little bit rattlesnakey this week. It's going to be a rattlesnakey week. So I'd love to hear in the comments, what other practices do y'all do to remain grounded, even in the moment, on the fly, or just what's the daily practice?
I loved how you added the movement to the meditation. I think it's my net 9. I do like to do movement meditations, especially dance meditations. But to me, meditation means focus. So it's just a extreme focus on something.
Yes, yeah. And breath work is the best to take your mind off your mind, especially when you're counting. So if you're new to meditation, or if you're just like, that does not work for me, move or count when you breathe.
Yes. I mean, it is good to cultivate stillness, but like the right amount of stillness will bring, you bring that body to still. And then once the emotions start moving inside me, I think that's what starts moving the body. And then intentionally, not just letting it like shove down, like intentionally bring it up and allow that emotion out, maybe the shoulder, belly.
Yeah, make it yours. Make it whatever it is. Yeah, get it. Whoop, whoop. I mean, I'm like, every day is different for me, but you got to roll with yourself and with your body. There's no right or wrong way to do it as long as you're trying.
Let's see what the chat says. Oh, I lost the top here. Just we got somebody saying it was amazing.
Nice.
Love what they're hearing. Yeah. Fun times out there. So I love bringing this back to the stars, and we're about to get there because I hear that Chris and Jai are in the studio.
Sweet.
But while we are in this time of heightened sensitivity, especially in our nervous system, which I hear might be Pluto in Aquarius, and mental stimulation, which might be that Uranus and Gemini happening, can you leave us with some words of wisdom right now as we start?
For sure. I mean, it's electric. You probably are already feeling it, whether it's in your relationships, brutal honesty, a couple of hits, a lot of angles for everyone. So just, relax, center, ground, make it a daily practices I'm like urging everyone to do. In addition to that, it's just going to be coming at us from every angle. It already is. You don't need an astrologer to tell you that. But if you want to make sense of it, Uranus is on its side. It's like a, Sensei Wateki always calls it a like a table saw, basically. And so it's just going to be getting us, just getting at us this whole week. So try to breathe before you speak. The Gemini, the way we communicate, the way we think, and try to stay out of your mind. Exercise more, breathe more, ground and eat. We only have one body in Taurus. Right now, the moon is in Virgo, so that's great. But everything else, there's hardly any earth. Touch grass, get in nature.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love it. And eat. Eat on a routine. That's one of the most grounding things for me, is to eat on a routine.
There you go. Yeah. Make some food, eat it, enjoy it. Yeah.
I have to reiterate the think before you speak aspect. My Gemini is, my moon is in Gemini. And so I've been cultivating that pause a lot in the last few years, but just like, I'm really like with purpose the last few days, like pause before you respond. Pause. Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck. Yes, do that. I'm trying. Yes. It's wonderful to practice with a loved one too.
Well, what do you think? Do you think Chris and Jai are here with us?
I hope so. I can't wait to hang out with them. This is super fun.
Hi. Hi, ladies. How are you? Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody. Good to
Thank
see
you
you
so-
guys. That was amazing, Nancy. I loved it. I was like, I needed to completely ground my energy, and you did that for me. So thank you.
Sweet.
Nancy's a pro and a Leo. And you shine. Yeah, it's fun. Well, thanks, sir. We appreciate it. I'm curious, we're going to open up our show today. We're talking about this transition we're going through, which is, I think, rather intense. For me, anyways, as a Taurus, going from Aries to Taurus this year I had to reboot, like literally reboot, sleep many hours more than I've ever slept. I think I was having conference calls with God consciousness and spirit, because I don't sit down enough in my daytime to do that. But it was pretty intense. And we're just now getting into, you're not really full in Taurus till the 10th day. So, it's 10 days in before you feel normal, I feel, because step 10 is Taurus. It takes full 10 steps. That's why we're so slow. But I'm wondering how how it was for you ladies as far as this last week of just stepping into Taurus, if you have any recollection to prior years. Because usually this is spring. We're all happy and joyful, and that's not quite the vibe I'm feeling. I mean, not sad, but just not the spring vibe, Anyone want to share?
Well, there was a lot of firepower and action come Aries, and then Taurus showed up for me and was like, okay, well, now do it, step by step, day by day. Let's just plod along and do it. Keep that fire burning.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I was saying with work, it's just like, just do the next thing in front of me, the next thing in front of me. And I did find myself kind of sweeping some things under the rug. It's just like, we got to get through this. I'm kind of white knuckling a little bit. And then kind of like, it kind of caught up with me where I got to sleep this weekend and eat. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, for me, I felt a huge hit the brakes energy on Monday. All week was such a different energy. And I think we're just trying to figure out, okay, where we're at now. Yeah.
Yeah, where are we? I definitely feel like I went through a timeline change because the world felt different, very different. And we have Uranus moving in Gemini. We'll talk about that too. But that was just like the last crescendo of that was just so intense. Feeling that because Taurus, I think, holds on. Taurus is all about stability. And so when something leaves Taurus is screaming, no, literally pulling it back in. So you have to be twice the energy to get out of it. It's like bubble gum on your shoe. So I definitely felt that. And this week felt just different. I didn't recognize my life really. I finally recognized myself with Aries. I was like, wow, I really know who I am. But where am I? You know what I mean? What is this world? Now that I know who I am, where am I? I felt a lot of that. A lot of coming and going too. I'll talk about that today's show, but a lot of relationships ending. A lot of relationships ending. Either I knew about or I didn't know about. Surprise ones. Test some new ones if they're going to stick around. Like the universe seems to be working really quickly as far as vetting out the next cast. Because it's like I thought work with this person. No, I guess not. And some people coming back, like David, working with David again for the first time in 12 years. Things like that are surprising. So a lot of change of cast of characters. Have you all witnessed anything like that?
I have a huge yes.
Okay.
Yes. Family, unfortunate family separation. And so I'm recognizing friends that know us both. I've recognized one couple. I was like, oh, well, you're not going to probably come along. And then the others, I'm like, oh, thanks for sticking around with me.
Yeah, there's that. It's interesting.
I work from home. Yeah. So like calling in just people outside of work, doing more in the community. Like I'm going to go to a coffee shop and work next week because I've been really isolated, feeling isolated. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I think I can work in a coffee shop and do this, do my work. I just don't know why it didn't dawn on me before. And I'm like, oh, this will make a little bit of a difference in my life. Yeah.
It's a great observation. As someone who's been working from home for over 20 years now, before COVID, you do need like paper route something just to get out of the house. Yeah. It's good in the modern economy. It's one thing about it. Jai, did you see changes in casts?
I'm kind of a little, I don't want to say isolated out here because I freaking love being out here. But what I've noticed is that the energy shift in there's just something, is very palpably different. It kind of felt like we were just, moving in this very fast pace. And all of a sudden now it's like, okay, there's time to pause, which is a very different energy than that intense Aries that we've been feeling. I honestly, like in my family, I feel like everyone's just kind of like riding the wave and feeling pretty good about it. So we're just hanging on there. I did notice like a little bit of there's some funky toxicity going on kind of behind the scenes, not in my personal life, but just extended family and stuff. And it's a little crazy. But I know that I am totally anchored, and I've been anchored for a while, so I feel good about that. But I think the energy shift was the thing that mostly I noticed this week.
Yeah, I mean, planetarily, it's intense. Uranus moving into Gemini for good now. I mean, it's not going back into Taurus, but Taurus and Gemini are like very different energies. Taurus is so heavy and Gemini is so light. And so it's kind of like, I don't know, carrying, heavy luggage, and then suddenly your arms are like, are like buzzing, like you can't lift a glass of coffee after you've been carrying a suitcase. Like that's kind of the weird thing every year, but this year extreme. And like I said, Uranus really we had it out for us. But I also think Aries was absolutely intense. The whole season was intense. I mean, and I'm a lot of nines. So if you're a nine out there, geez, it was like trying to swap out the engine while you're on the road.
Yes.
That's what it felt like. And I dropped all kinds of parts. I lost tools. I lost mechanics. Like one of you mentioned you just keep going. I think it was you, Nancy. It's like I had to do that. I found myself, trying to like end the last chapter, with grace and being just like, fuck it, like just having to go. Like I couldn't end it with grace. I just had to end it. I didn't have no time for it. The new world is already here. And so a lot of moments of managing my time differently and cutting things, so it's been intense, but I think it's going to be like that. We're going to smooth out. So we're going to move on to our main show here. And thank you, ladies. We'll be back with, to talk to Nancy.
Thank you for having us.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes. I'll talk to you later. So good to be with you, Jai. I'm sorry.
Yes, you too. Excited for today.
I am too. It was a tough week, like we said. And this week, I'm going to be talking about investing in new soul capital, reinvesting our soul capital, which is my term I've been using for years about spiritual kinetic energy. And I feel like this year, we're like pulling out of all the stocks we've invested in, and we're going to put it into a new stock. So in this week's show, I'm going to really help people just identify and start looking out for that before we hit step 9. What's your theme this week?
Well, my theme this week is definitely to slow down and reset. And that's what I felt I was talking about, that it kind of, we hit the brakes and it's giving us an opportunity to notice like where are we at, to assess like the situation and to know exactly how to move forward. But that's very in line with Taurus. I think this just felt so intense for me because it was such a hard stop. You know what I mean? From what we were experiencing with Aries, it felt like almost like we hit a wall, or almost like, whoa, you came up to something like a bull, and had to slow down. So I'll talk a little bit about what was the gene key that we were experiencing for the week, to give us some more perspective as to what it was, what was that internal kind of inner dialogue that we were being invited into.
Excellent. And I'll be wrapping up what Uranus and Taurus probably meant for everyone and what it will mean going into Gemini. And we'll all be talking about the full moon in Scorpio coming up this week. So keep streaming with Rise and Shine with Chris and Jai. We'll be right back after our song.
Rise, because you're done falling. Fly, because you're done crawling. Reach for your most incredible moments, right here, right now. Let the sun shine in, let the sun shine in. Whoa, let the light come in, let the light come in.
Hey there, welcome to I Rise, I Shine with Chris and Jai. I'm Sensei Chris Woteki, step astrologer and channel of the Step Reality.
And I am Jai Govind, and I'm your channel for grace, singer-songwriter, master Jinky human design and astrology synergist. And I would like to ask you a question, Chris.
Sure, but I wanted to say, everyone knows that song was written by Jai. I just want to say that before you all have to know she wrote that song. It's amazing. I listen to it every day. So give me credit. It's sung by some
I love that.
But yeah.
It's so fun to listen to.
It is. No, it hooks like so deep in your heart. And if I'm hurting, it like brings up the tears, like makes me purge. It's great. I just want to say that. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I want to make sure you
No, it's okay. I love that. Thank you. I appreciate it. But the question that I had was that, speaking to the energy that we just went through for this week, literally this was the first week of Taurus season. So I would love for you to, share with us a little bit about the journey that the steps took us through for the week.
Okay, so the steps took us through, it was like a perfect week in the sense 0 through 6, basically, where we find ourselves on 6 right now. We're in I receive. So this is the first day where you're going to sort of accept. You're going to accept. This is a Venus ruled day, so it's a creative, resting, receiving day, so to speak. So it's day to receive messages, day to receive your truth. But your receiving is your soul capital, which is an evaluation of what you're worth to yourself. That's the outcome of it. So we all have self-worth. but you don't realize you evaluate it, and you evaluate it based on how different states of awareness are working with you. So first day is, first is boundaries, step 0. Then how's your heart working with you? Are your feelings online? Step 2 is a really moody day. I remember having tears on that day. I was mooing like crazy. Moo. Step 3 is very enlightening. Like my belief structure is sharp, but 4, it was full of challenges. And I think it broke down at 4. I had food poisoning this week. So,
Yes.
that caused me, I made a mistake. I ate KFC for the first time in years.
Oh, no.
I swear to God, I haven't eaten that stuff in so long. I was craving it. My mind's like, wait, be careful. Why are you craving it? I'm like, I don't know. But
You knew.
I was like, but my inner child should have what it wants, right? So it's like, and I ate like not a bucket of chicken, but like 6 pieces. And like I had the worst food. My body was so angry at me.
You know
But,
what's so funny? Because the girls were just got done talking about like the heavy metal poisoning and how most of the food out, but it's just true of everything. It's not just, everywhere you go, it doesn't even matter if it's like a really, good restaurant. There's always some kind of ingredient that may give you a reaction. And for me personally, like if I, from the way that I eat now, how much I've changed and started to eat like more healthy, if I were to go and have like any kind of like fast food, I would have a reaction like that, like instantly. It would be instant. My body would be like, what are you doing? So I think your body was like, had that reaction.
100%. Well, I've actually been eating pretty good. Believe it or not, I made it, it was intense to have it happen because I'm so busy, but I had someone preparing meals. It was always organic. It was like, I was doing that for a while. And so this is the first time I kind of like cheated. And I thought I would, because I thought had a lot of soul credit for eating all the good stuff, but my body was like, what the fuck is this? Like it just, I slept for like
I can't
10
even imagine.
hours. No, it's like coming out both at the same time.
Stop.
It's crazy. I just want to paint that visual. It was horrible. It was horrible. And then I knocked out for like 10 hours. My body was like in a coma.
Wow.
And I was, it was intense. And I was like, okay. But I kind of feel like you were talking about slowing down. Well, I move 1,000 miles a minute. And
yeah, you do.
and so the universe always forces me to slow down one way or another. I think the craving was my higher self going, okay, have them like KFC. Let's knock them out for.
You need a full stop here.
Yeah, it's the only going to stop them. Like dangle some KFC or some, because it does taste yummy. That's the thing. The bad foods taste so good.
Yeah. Well, that's because they put all the nasty chemicals that make you addicted to it.
They did. You know what? I found out that after the cigarette industry got attacked in the 70s by the government, which I'm not even sure how that happened. I mean, I thought corporations and the government were all side by side. They had all the addiction experts that were making cigarettes addictive. I mean, making it, scientists moved into food. And so the food industry adopted all these cigarette industry experts. And we've been eating that crap since then. But I digress. So we're talking about the week and what it was building up to. The step 4 is breakdown and then clarity. And then the last few days, again, another wave of like sleep, like the universe forcing me to slow down. Again, my body like going Mayday. So, and I just had to sleep. So for me, I think it was a rebalance of my life. But step 6 is when you come into balance as of today. And so what you're building is a core kernel with yourself. Like, do you value yourself or not? And value yourself is, by the way, value in spirituality is time and energy. So you put time and energy into yourself, then you're valuing yourself. If you don't put time and energy into yourself, then you're not putting value into yourself. And that value, that time and energy, time is 0, energy is 1. Step 10 is manifestation. Time and energy, if you put it into yourself, you will become abundant. And so a lot of people were upset with me, as far as not fulfilling their just expectations of me. But this is the first year where I focus on my expectations of me first. So, it looks messy, but on the inside, I'm feeling much better than I usually do. How did you feel this week?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm glad that you rested and you feel better because honestly, like none of us can go and not stop. That's why Aries changes into Taurus. Do you know what I mean? Like if you think about the whole spectrum of the entire wheel, every piece has a very important purpose. And that's why like in Aries, we can feel that intense, like go energy. But then when Taurus comes, that energy is not sustainable. So Taurus goes, pace yourself, Yes. So to me, it feels like what you experienced this week was a perfect manifestation of what I had experienced this week, which was definitely like hit the brakes, slow down, assess what's going on. Like this what we built in Aries season,
Yeah.
what we initiated in Aries season was so huge and expansive in terms of our light work and our
Yeah.
purpose. And I feel that for me, I feel that for you, I feel that for hopefully for everyone, right? What we initiated was so big that like it's going to take us to really devote ourselves to making it really come true, you know. And that's the part, the piece that brings the Taurus 5. Like, okay, now let's make a plan. Now let's make sure that things are moving forward steadily. Now let's make sure that we can actually sustain this, that we're anchored in ourselves, so that whatever we continue to build on, because the story continues, then we go to Gemini, right? Then we go to Cancer. So the story continues. And as it continues, we have to find our anchor. And I think that this is the week where we felt all of a sudden, like if we were not anchored, we felt it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And in some regards, we were supposed to, unanchor, right? We're supposed to pull things up. I was talking about that earlier. Things are ending, things are beginning, and I'm still fighting for the things that are supposed to end. That's just a natural fight light worker response and ego response. And so some things I had to just, stop and don't anchor that anymore, so I can anchor something else, And I think the hardest thing was communication. Things are moving so fast and furious this week with the conjunction. And Uranus is at 29 Taurus, which is intense. I mean, that's when miracles happen. I mean, Uranus and Taurus. I mean,
Really?
Uranus is didn't feel like it, right? Well, the fact that we're here,
No.
that's one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it was surreal. That's the best way to put it. There were times when I felt like I was in a movie. There was times when I swear to God, I heard my own narration of myself. Kind of like, and that's when the hero realized, like stuff like that. But Uranus is, first of all, multidimensional. So it's the door, number 4 to the door. And Taurus is manifestation. So we were literally moving our manifestation to a new dimension. And so that's what it felt like. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because this makes sense, because what I felt was this almost like a pressure in my head all week of like the intensity of the 29 degrees. And I could not wait for the minute that Uranus entered Gemini. And now that we're there, I feel there was like a release. It was almost like somebody cut a cord or something. And now we are officially in the new portal.
Yes, I feel like that's absolutely true, and I felt that. I felt the world felt weird. I mean, here in Palm Springs, we have a Coachella going on, first of all, last weekend, and this one we called Stagecoach, and so the town is like full of, I don't know, whatever, 60,000 people that aren't usually here. They're all camping around site, and it's all kids, 18 to 25, but the town feels so quiet with more people.
Interesting.
So quiet. It's like, but there's more, there's more activity. There's more activity and less noise. So it just felt really just surreal. It just felt surreal.
It did. It felt like almost like there's this saying in the ancient Atlantean philosophy that there's moments of where we're out of time, like time out of time or something like that.
Yep.
And this week kind of felt like that. It was like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
And it almost like if we were in the eye of the storm.
Yes.
For a moment. And it was confusing because we were so used to the chaos of being in the storm.
That's a good way to put it. I mean, it was to me the eye, and it is kind of quiet in that middle, or, in a tornado, like it gets really quiet before the tornado hits, or after it hits. I can't remember. Like there's a moment where it's just like, boom, quiet again. And you're like, whoa, eerie quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I felt that for sure. 100%. And this week, in terms of through the lens of the gene keys, the gene key that the sun was actually moving through it's the 27th gene key. And the shadow is the shadow of selfishness. The gift is altruism, and it moves into the city of selflessness. So it has to do with tribal circuitry in human design. It's actually called the gate of caring and nourishment. And so it kind of also fit for me personally how I felt like all of a sudden I needed to just take care of my body this week. And so I also did a lot of resting. There was quite a few days this week where I took naps which is not my normal because I'm very airy, very very vata. And so I'm kind of all over the place and I move very quickly and it's like all day long, go, 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 but not this week. So I felt like, okay, here's what the lesson is of this Jinky is, are you taking care of yourself? Because what's coming ahead, what we're about to work on, needs you to be that anchor, needs you to be in yourself anchored, not to be an anchor, but just to
Right.
be grounded in yourself, right? So that like anything that shows up in your life, you know how to deal with it. And so if you weren't in nourishment, the question would have been, are you somebody who gives too much? And
Right.
then, and when you give, are you just depleting yourself? Like it's not good for anybody, you know? So it's also there, the channel that it connects to, it's called the channel of preservation, right? And it's part of the sacral center, which is life force energy that moves through our body. And so it's kind of like, are you channeling the life force energy? And then this is the theme of channeling it, thinking that the future matters.
Right.
So
Right.
we have to preserve the good stuff, you know? We have to take care of the things that are really important. And again, it comes back to the whole idea of Taurus and values.
Right.
And what is the most important thing for us? And then we work to preserve that. We use our life force energy to preserve that. But in that process, we have to learn to find a balance between giving and also receiving, like giving, but also giving to ourselves. So it's amazing how every week that we've come together in the last few weeks that we started this show, how in our personal lives, we have seen this so like clearly showing up.
Oh yeah. I mean, actually, first, let's pat ourselves on the back. We launched a show during this time. You know what I mean? Like, but we had to. I mean, I felt like the calling, and people are like, people have always, criticized from the outside in about how I do work. I'm like, I listen to spirit, man. I listen to spirit. Spirit's like, do it. You have to do it now. Okay, that's it. That means it's going to be missing. It's going to be missing that. But I trust spirit. I just put on it's their shoulders. I mean, you get to a point when you get to a point in your own spiritual development where you're really just reporting to heaven. I don't, there's no one on earth really I feel like I report to. Honestly, I'm not saying I'm bigger than everyone. I just mean my bosses are in heaven and like they tell me what to do. I do it, and they take advantage of me to teach other people lessons all the time. You know what I mean? Like, and I follow what they say. And I'm not saying I don't make mistakes. I do, all the time. But most mistakes I make are with me treating me well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tend to be worried. I'm worried about the little bird that fell out of the nest, and like the sky is falling, and the house is on fire, and I'm like, birdie, like.
Do you know what's so funny that you said that? Because I literally, before the show, I was like browsing through YouTube, and there's a live stream, and then there's like stories of these eagles that have a nest. It's in California, and I'm blanking on the exact location, but like there's a live stream, and so everyone's watching these eagles have eaglets, and the eaglets grow. And literally, the news that I saw was that one of the eaglets fell off the nest. And so they're trying to rescue it this week. That happened too. I was like, wait, you just reminded me that I watched that this morning. That's a little crazy synchronicity there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And the eagle, it's funny about the eagles. I was saying that, really all the signs are changing. This is going to be an interesting topic maybe for the future. All the signs are changing. And Scorpios have gone from insect to eagle. They're stepping in their eagle period, which is really cool. People don't know that they have those two phases.
I'm in my eagle era.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, those who did the work, they all did the work because they're very responsible. A lot of interesting, really brilliant stuff. I feel like, I feel we should take a commercial. We should come back. We should talk about what's going to go on next week and kind of get that started.
Sure. I'd love to do that. Yeah. Sounds good.
So we'll be right back, Val.
If you're here, it's because you care about growth, alignment, and living consciously. And I want you to know, everything I create inside Channel for Grace is designed to help you live aligned by design, in your power and in your strength. We have a free global community where lightworkers from around the world gather to connect and support one another. A starseed membership that guides you through the entire astrological year so you understand what's happening and how to work with it. We offer astrology courses, special workshops, and the Moon Goddess training, all housed inside one intentional private space. If you're ready for real support, real community, and real alignment, check out the links below and come join us. I'd love to walk this journey with you.
All right, we're back. And thanks to Bree for directing today. It's Morgan's birthday, actually Morgan's partner's birthday, Mara. So happy birthday to Mara.
Happy birthday.
Two Tauruses in a relationship, which is like,
oh my God.
yeah. I joke with them. I'm like, go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh
I mean,
my
I
God.
did that. I dated a woman who had my birthday, and I was like, oh my God, she had my birthday. So it was amazing. It was such a learning period because I saw in her what women have been complaining about in me. I was like, oh, this is what they meant. Oh my God.
A mirror. You date your own mirror reflection.
It was fun. It was fun for a period, and like it was good.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was interesting. I mean,
Wow.
two Tauruses is like things don't move. Things don't move at all.
Mm-hmm.
Go down. And that's the thing about Taurus. Taurus, everyone, people call us slow. No, we're step 10. It takes 10 steps for us. Everything is 10 steps. Where people skip steps, it's not even whole until 10. You don't start talking about going to the market till 11. We do everything, each step. We do not skip a step because that would mean that the milk's not good or the meat's not good or, something will be wrong with it. You have to master every step. That's why we're at 10. That's what Earth is. Earth is step 10. Earth is the sun, step 1, and Pluto, step 0. Earth is halfway between the sun and Pluto. That's what we are. We are at step 10, where where love and protection come together. So things slow down in Taurus. And you mentioned the vibe change. Well, there's always a vibe change from Aries to Taurus, period, because it's literally like running around and then you slide in a home in Taurus, like after running around the bases. Everyone used a baseball stuff. This year though, it was like, I don't know, coming off of coming out of warp speed and parachuting to Earth. Like it was like, what? Just incredible stark differences between the two energies. And I would say the Aries energy, just to say, was so intense, as far as much more intense. We had a new moon. It felt like a full moon to me.
Right. A lot of people did say that.
Mm-hmm.
It was very climactic instead of like initiatory.
Quiet.
It was just very very like loud.
Usually I can't stay awake. I couldn't go to sleep.
Wow.
It was the complete opposite. And that's just the new Aries energy. I believe what was happening is we were having a timeline shift. We are now in the new era, officially, like you said. And I don't know what time. We'll talk about this as a whole episode. But I'm with clarity. We are now in Atlantis Part 2. I'm just going to say that.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I 100% agree. I mean, Uranus and Gemini it's like a whole nother dimension. It is multidimensional. It is the mind expanding outwards to infinite potential. Like it's channeling, it's receiving, messages. It's all of that. It's like technology. And so with that, now we have that also. Like, so I feel like maybe the week was a moment to feel the eye of the storm, like organize a little bit more if things were unorganized, and get yourself ready for like a whole new energy, like a whole new dimension. And now totally. I feel like we're there now. Like now I feel like we're there. And so this week is going to be, again, different than the week before,
Very different. In fact, so this week really begins we're still in chapter 1. So chapter 1 is where you're building soul capital. Today is step 6. Today you have to accept and receive your love from yourself. So a lot of people don't do this. A lot of people will love themselves, like take themselves out. Let's say you take yourself to the beach, like behind us, and that's your little date to yourself to kind of calm yourself. You get there and all you're thinking about is work. You don't accept what you gave yourself. People don't take step 6 in very often. They don't inhale, take it in. I mean, I'm all 9s, so I had to be able to, I had to learn how to accept. Because I remember as a child, that was a lot of people use step 6 as a false boundary. So like I always use the baby. We're trying to feed your baby food. I'm like, "Meow," and we'll turn his head. It doesn't like it. It's like, well, yeah, well, you even know what's in there. How do you know? Like, and, the baby's that's no to a baby. Well, that's too late. I mean, step 0 is where you build the wall so it doesn't enter into the kingdom or queendom. Like that's where the boundary needs to be. But people will not accept as a means of a boundary, as a false boundary, a poor boundary. And I did that because my father was dangerous. If I accepted anything he gave me that came with strings, it came with a plan, it came with something else, so I just would not accept. Well, come an adult, I'm not accepting love from myself. I'm not accepting love from anybody. And it was a girlfriend, a Leo girlfriend, is like, it's like I hug you, it doesn't go in. I'm like, huh? Like I was really open up to it. I was like, Leo, master Leo. She's like double Leo, Virgo rising, rather. And it was like, oh, really? You don't feel it go in? She goes, no, you don't take any of it in. And I was like, huh, no wonder I'm tired, fatigued. And I really started to think about it. That's when I discovered step 6 is important. So then we have step 7, which is Monday, 8, which is Tuesday, 9, which is Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we go to step 10. That's when we're done with the first decan. We're still really got a half a week of building in our soul capital. And, it doesn't matter if you neglected yourself the last 6 days, because you can make it all up today by taking things in, taking to heart, taking
Thank
it to
God.
heart. Oh, yeah.
It's like even gnarly.
It was, I want to say unfair, but people don't realize how unprecedented ththese times are. People who are like sitting around, whining about small things. And it's like, please, that'll be fine. You get your coupon. Chill out. Your coupon's coming. Like just relax about the coupon.
No, and if you don't have, and this is the thing, if you don't have the ability to be the observer of you when you lose yourself,
right,
you can't bring yourself back. That's why it's so important to be anchored.
Right.
Like you need to be able to, in a moment of like deep emotion or, chaos or whatever you want to call it, where you kind of lose yourself. It's okay to lose yourself. Like there's nothing wrong with that. It's, but you have to be able to gently bring yourself back. You can't just completely lose it.
Oh yeah.
Then you're like, that's what I mean by not having like an anchor. Like you can go off for a moment and then you have to like know how to bring yourself back. That is discipline. And that is like awareness. You need to have awareness of yourself, really fully expansive awareness of not just you, but everything going on around you, that you're not the only one in this bubble or whatever, we affect each other too. So just like as your energy affects the people around you, other people's energy affects you. There's just so much going on. That's why having important like tools to help us move through these crazy changing times that are unprecedented are so important.
Yes. Step 10 is reality. And what reality is love, step 1, protected, step 0. Love with time and space.
I love it.
That's what reality is. It's love with time and space between it. It's God with time and space between it. That's all reality is meality, I like to call it, is that. So I found, remember, if you get upset about something, well, first of all, if you allow yourself to be upset over something like money, okay? Right? Not that money's not important, but it's like, it's so not important really, right? And people get way upset. It's like, if you allow yourself to get upset about it, you have not loved yourself, period. People don't realize that self-love is how you respond to yourself. You think it's how you're responding to a situation. Oh, I'm responding to that store by giving them a piece of my mind. No, what you did was you let your entire system go to this radical fight or flight. You let your hormones rage. You let your body go totally toxic. So you could teach some kid who's a junior manager at this store that he's wrong. He doesn't care. He's not being paid well. That was worth your health. That was not self-love. People think that responding to the matrix is important. It's not. In fact, I'll tell you, I'm going to do a shameless plug, but part of what I've been doing is building the new community that, to replace Serious Joy. It's been very difficult because I'm working just with a difficult situation. But at the end of the day, we got it out there. But what I'm doing Serious Joy now is I'm now showing you, basically, we are usually manifesting. So today, let's face it, today we're actually creating step 29 Taurus. So our spirit self is working on step 29 today, which means the present, which is the present. We work about 3 weeks ahead, and I'll show it in the lunar charts here at the end. Gab.
Oh, nice. So I've been watching Yeah, I've been watching your daily videos, and I'm really enjoying them. I was for
Thank you.
some reason I like now I'm, you know, everything in the right timing. Now this community to me is so easy having the app. It's so easy to access. It's so easy to like navigate through. So it's like so nice to be able to have the things there, right? And I've been
Uh,
watching your videos, and actually I love them, and they're a great way for everyone to learn. If you want to learn about the step system, watching those daily videos where you're going over like the all the planets in the chart. I just love it. I don't know, I'm this is new to
Thank
me.
you.
You've probably been doing this for a long time, but I'm really enjoying them, so thank you for putting them out. Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, I used to have this thing called the Pep Talks, which was audio,
Mhm.
and it was
Mhm.
audio for a lot of reasons at the time.
Mhm.
And then this time when I reinvented myself, it's like let's do video, like because I'm a different person on video. I'm more authentic. Like I go off in my mind on audio, like because But when I'm on video, I feel the audience. It's just different. But I get to show the charts. I mean, that's like
Yes.
for me, if you want to learn astrology even a little bit, even when you get a reading with me now, I'm like, here's your chart, here's this, you see this, you see this train wreck, this is why you're having problems in your marriage. You see this train wreck, this is why, like, and be like, they see, how the planets, affect us. So yeah, day by day. So I'm doing videos, which is great. So you can go to enchant now, and you can
Yeah,
find,
check it out, you guys. It's amazing. Yeah.
yes, thank
It's a
you.
really cool space.
Thank you very much. We're still
Mhm.
moving in. Like there's still a lot. It's messy, but thank
Yeah,
God the
but
diehards are
it's
there.
all like we're going in the right direction, and that's what
Right.
matters.
Yes. No, it's exactly. I'm honestly, I would say it again. I give us credit, man. You and I were able to start this show, which you guess a show is very hard to start. Just all the moving parts and coordinating. I mean, Jai is already like booked till next, century, and so am I. Like, so it's like getting us like in the same time, same place. Just it's so much. And then having to process the old out and welcome the new and start something and be of support and just oh my gosh, we're
Mhm.
amazing.
You
That's
know
it's
what's
our,
so funny? I was talking to my sister on the phone yesterday, and we were looking at our charts. We just sit there on the phone and stare at our charts and go through transits. It's really fun.
wow, that's
But
fun.
I know, but
That's fun.
I was like going into the future. I'm like watching Uranus because I have a lot of stuff in my 12th house. It's all in Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising. It's like
Right.
Chiron in Gemini, then my North Node in Gemini. I think Cheroklo is also in Gemini too.
Hmm.
But just of the major stuff, Venus in Gemini, Sun in Gemini, and then I'm a Gemini rising. And so I have so much that's going to be affected. Plus, my Uranus is in Sagittarius. So that means that I'm going to be having Uranus affect all of those things, my 12th house, and then on top of it, going through my Uranus opposition at the same time. So
Yes.
I was like, the next 8 years, I'm like, we're just looking at the chart being like, what the heck is going to happen to me? But what
You're
was fun
launching.
about it, yeah, but
It's a launch.
I know. That's what I was saying. Is like what the feeling is not a scary thing.
Right.
The feeling is exciting. And what I realized, I was like, you know what? As I'm looking at this, at all these chances that are coming up for me personally, I'm like, my life is so like divinely planned. Like it's on purpose. Like there is no room other than me doing my purpose. The transits are so intense, and they have been my
Right.
whole life, that
Right.
I feel like, whoa, I don't have a choice. I have to do this, like, and so it's good to find community, tribe, that we're
Yes.
on the same page, that we're helping each other get through, the crazy times.
100%. Well, that's what we're doing too. I mean, we're working together. That says speaks to our community, also that we've created here. They're all going to connect to each other. They're going to be accessible, so you can be able to hop between the communities, and we can create this sort of enchanted community of many communities where we can
Mm-hmm.
hang out with the ones who care,
Mm-hmm.
and not worry about talking about past lives and it coming up in a job interview. That's the other thing is AI. We have to have a shelter from AI. So this community is AI proof. In other words, AI cannot crawl our data. AI cannot read our data. And that's the thing. Everyone on your text messages, I'm telling you, everything you write in the open public, which is on text messages, in email, especially Gmail, anything you write is being read and categorized. Period. That's just what AI does. It just does that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, right now, very innocently, no one has asked it specifically to do anything negative with it. But at the end of the day, we sure know what could happen. We sure know what's happened in the past. So we're now in a big brother moment. We are in a big brother moment where you must be very careful where you share stuff. and whether or not your AI is turned on or off because it listens when you're gone. Like it's accumulating data on you, and it's intelligent. It's adding it up on its own, measurement. So we want to get behind this paywall firewall so that inside our community, it's not AI scrubbed, okay, which is really important to know. And everyone be careful. Facebook, everything, be careful, okay. And it's funny, it's all locked off. Like Mark Zuckerberg won't let X scan read his data in Facebook, and X won't let Facebook read their data. So it's like they're in a data war too, where they're not allowing people to read each other's stuff. So they're getting
Crazy.
So if you think X is conservative or you think Facebook is liberal, well, that means that the AI behind it is liberal and the AI behind that is Republican or conservative because they are all basing it on the data they have, right? So it's really interesting. We're in an interesting moment. It's so fascinating.
It's so crazy, but it's like, can you open your mind to all possibilities, to all perspectives, to not get stuck in one thing or another? I think that's
Right.
also very important. It's the opening of the mind. It's us stepping into a higher awareness as a collective and realizing the power that the mind has, because we're creating our reality, and what you think you are. You know what I mean? Like the thoughts you have are frequencies, are vibrational frequencies that come out and they move into the world of form. And that's what's so
Yes.
cool about it. And also it's like a double-edged sword. It's a very amazing and magical, like miracle type of thing that we get to experience here on planet Earth. And then at the same time, it's like you could really mess yourself up with it too,
Yes, you really could. Well, it's funny. I was talking to a bunch of Geminis. I was out just being social or seeing moments. I keep running into Gemini. So, what's your sign? Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. I'm like, Jesus. Just saying,
Interesting.
yeah, I always pay attention. And I ask people signs like first handshake. What's your sign? What's your birthday? And all these Geminis. And so I started talking to Geminis. I said, you feel anything coming? They're like, I don't know. Like, they don't know because there's no the data. I said, for every year, for the next 7 years, every year you're going to look back the year prior and go, you were an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. The jump of knowledge that you're going to have. I told my son, it's kind of like you were playing, you played Nintendo, the first Nintendo, and you thought you had the latest one. And then God's like, no, AI. Like you had no idea there was a new Nintendo that was so much better and brighter. And he's like, I had to put it in a scale for him. It's like, you don't even understand how much you don't know. And Geminis are very much horizontal thinkers. They're like, they load everything here. They're very horizontal. And they're just like, but what if there was another horizon? And it's like, what? Yes, that's right. There's 7 more horizons. I mean, really, and Uranus is going to just keep kicking, keep popping the barrier. Yeah. But here's the thing. Geminis love that shit.
I
The first
know.
time will
That's
be
what
weird.
I'm saying. Let's
First time's
go.
weird because you're like, yep, you were wrong about everything. Like there's that realization, but that's also you should realize the mind is a chalkboard. It's erasable. It is not. It's programmable. It's brainwashable. Like quit putting so much solidarity into the mind. It literally is random access memory, RAM. It's all the mind is. It's just our RAM for our bodies. And it's very erasable. It's very changeable. It's just what you had so far. The idea that you would study for a test and keep that knowledge in your head all the time is stupid. We don't do that.
You know what? There's this really interesting thing in human design where you can look at the way your brain works. And they use these arrows. Yeah, I know. We're going to have to talk about that. But they use the arrows to describe like how your brain and your consciousness works. And if you have right arrows, so right means receptive, left means strategic. And so if you have a lot of right arrows, you're more like an open book that you don't even know what you know until someone asks you a question and then boom, the answer comes out and you're like, where did that come from? But there are some people who are much more strategic who would need to sort of know what they know. It's hard to describe, but it's very fascinating. It's called the variables, very fascinating piece of human design that can be very great at helping you to understand how your mind processes information. And that's amazing because that helps you. Like, for example, for me, I have a lot of right arrows. So I'm very, when I'm in a space, I'll take in the whole thing. The whole thing comes in, all the information comes in. So it's difficult for me to focus on like one small thing in front of me because I'm like, but there's all these other, so all this other stimulation going on. And it's a weird mode, but I cannot memorize things like that. Like after a while, like what happens with me, it's like I'll absorb absorb, and be like, what did I just read? And for a long time, this really messed with my head because I was like, am I stupid?
Right.
Like, am I not able to remember? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden someone asks a question, and then all that I read was in there somewhere. It just needed to be like pointed out to, like, hey, I need that
Right.
book in your freaking head that's in the library of your head. And like, please pull that out. And now I just relax into it. And I
Right.
don't try to force myself or try to think that it's something wrong with me because I'm not able to process information in the way that other people are able to process. I'm not strategic at all in the mind space. So anyways, just side note, but
No, that's
super
great.
fascinating topic.
No, actually, what I feel like our feelings, okay, the way I believe humans were designed, I could be wrong, is that the emotional field is actually a gross Google search. So you will feel where the data is, and then you retrieve it. You don't like analyze where it is with a structure. Your soul will feel it's over here, and then pull it up. You'll feel it's over there. You pull it up. It's a feeling that leads to a thought. Step 2 is a feeling. Step 5 is a thought. So you feel it, believe it. Where does it belong? And then boom, you have the thought. So you are
Wow.
illustrating, I think, the problem we have had, which was that somewhere along the line, we had in the dark ages, we had, first of all, horrible things happen to us, which created horrible trauma, which made us
Mhm.
shut down emotionally. So we shut down emotional. That means we're no longer can do a query search of our data, right? But then also at the same time, we were stuck in a fight or flight that was so intense. When you're in fight or flight, you shut down emotion too. So we went numb for
Mhm.
that reason, right?
Mhm.
And then our psychic awareness got unplugged. So we were just mental. We've been just like mental cockroaches, really, like just like scurrying across the data, scurrying across, trying to find the path for a good 300 or 400 years now, at least coming out of it. And it's been since the last 12 years when we started to heal stuff with Neptune and Pisces, like recognizing, seeing the patterns, letting it go, forgiving stuff, letting stuff go, getting rid of some of that stuff. The emotional trauma is really like a terabyte of data. And this trauma is like another 2 terabytes of data. It's like every trauma is tons and tons of thought. So it cannot really be processed by the mind. It's not meant to be processed by the mind. The mind just goes execute, no, stop. It's really just meant to make commands. It's not meant to understand it or understand it. So I think you're right on top of it. I think you're just going to get more and more brilliant. And, don't worry about Uranus. Uranus has 2 phases, breakdown, breakthrough. The
Boom.
breakdown is the only thing that breaks down is what's in the way of the breakthrough. Your whole life doesn't break down. There's not needless. There's no collateral damage. There's no unnecessary. God is like a perfect surgeon. It's like cuts right around all the edges and pulls only out what's not good. So it just takes away the thing that you
This
were
is
like
good.
preventing you from. So don't worry about it.
This is really
I
good.
get the point through Uranus in my sign. I was like, breaking ball, come on in. I'm just gonna sit here with my coffee and wait for you to bring something down, and I'll just come running in for the breakthrough. Like if you count on it, like at some point by the end, when I knew something was like a relationship was toxic or whatever, I was like, universe is gonna, wrecking ball this. I'm not have to say anything. I don't have to do anything. And sure enough, wrecking ball comes through. It's like bye. Like I didn't have to even say anything. I was just like, I know the universe is gonna get rid of that because that's in the way.
Mm.
The perceptions are in the way.
Well, I'm ready and I'm excited for it. And I hope all you other Geminis out there are like not feeling fear about it.
No, it's exciting. The first one will be a little shocking, which I
Mm.
believe will come around your birthday.
Mm.
Remember, you're in the solar chart, you're in the 12th house for the month before your birthday. So Taurus for Geminis is your subconscious, and that's why Geminis are
Oh,
kind of
that's
actually
right. Yes.
Geminis are really not too open-minded, honestly, as much as they say they are. They're really not. And neither are Tauruses because your 12th house is Taurus. Like you've already decided, manifested all your 12th house. So there's no flexibility there. You have to really, so it's hard. And say this, a lot of your assumptions, Gemini, are incorrect because they went with the last life. They don't go to this new life you're going to.
What?
They go with the last life, the life we just lived. The life we just lived is about healing ourselves over centuries of time. But that is just like boot camp for what the real event is. The real event is now. So a lot of what you assumed was only for the purpose of learning. It has nothing to do with your future at all. And I don't think Geminis realize just how, we've been talking about an LOL. We've been
I
talking
love
about,
that show. You guys are doing amazing.
thank you. I keep trying
Yeah.
to, we're going to bring you on and
It's
have
so
you.
fun, especially going backstage and like, hey, oh my God, I just literally love it.
It is great. I finally had my bros. Like, I'm riding with my bros finally. Like, feels so much
Yeah.
better having two of my brothers. I mean, both Scott and David I've incarnated with many times, and they're always by my side. And so it's like, that feels so good for me.
Mhm.
And I'm also the senior older guy there, and they're like both same generation. So it's like actually David, and then they're like it's like each a generation almost. It's like, but to me it's like the boys, like the boys. I call them the boys. Like it's like I feel
I
like this,
love it.
yeah. But we've been talking about psychedelics because this week one of the headlines was that Trump just writes this. Yeah, he just writes this thing saying, "Make it so, let people trip out," like or whatever. And it's like what, he was like he's a baby boomer, so his generation was the one who the CIA experimented on. In fairness, okay, the CIA experimented on. We should just put out
And
there
he's a Gemini.
who's never done a drug, and I believe that he's never done that. I believe that. I don't believe he lies when he says that. Recreational, he didn't drink. People know that about him, and I'm not shooting his horn, but it's like the man did not do the poisons that we have done, and here he is giving us access.
Speak for yourself. I'm just kidding.
Oh no! I mean, no, different poisons. He does KFC, and look at him. It's like
I'm kidding.
he survives KFC. That tells you his. He said something. I mean, yeah, I can trip on S, but I can't do eat KFC again. But the fact that we're opening up to psychedelics is so Uranus in Gemini. Like Uranus is multidimensional, and these are the plant medicines. I mean, the core, they're plant medicines that started most of this trend. That always opened up humans' third eye, always opens up to these other dimensions. And here he's becoming, I don't know what the actual, what he wrote. So I don't know what it'll be, but I know that it seems to be a trend now. I know that DMT is like growing like crazy. People doing DMT, it's like people are wanting to see beyond the veil. And I feel like Uranus and Gemini is going to do that in big time. The last time Uranus and Gemini was World War II.
Right.
And that was the first time the world actually became a world because they were all rural,
Yeah.
There was World War
Interesting,
One,
yeah.
but there wasn't fast enough communication, so you found out like weeks later in the newspaper what happened. World War II is like there's a radio talking in your house every day telling you what's up. And so the world was united for the first time as one, and the idea that we were one. Now we're like, okay, now that you're one of millions, it's gonna go up. It's really crazy.
Interesting. You know what's also interesting about Uranus in Gemini as it begins? I'm actually going to do a workshop. I decided I'm going to do a Uranus and Gemini workshop and talk about like the whole transit and then also the gates and the gene keys that it's going to go through. But the first one that it kind of lands on is the 20th gene key. And check this out. It's the shadow of superficiality. It's the gift of self-assurance. And then the city of presence. So the first phase of Uranus and Gemini is about becoming self-assured and fully present. And it's described as the sacred Om. And you've heard of the word Om? Yeah, okay, so Om,
yes.
It's the sound of the universe. But when you chant Om, it's the sound of you're imitating the sound of the universe, like the vibrational Om. It's the universe. So the sacred, I just can't with that. That's how we start the journey of Uranus and Gemini.
Oh, I love it. Okay, I have to make a component then with Astrological. We haven't had time to talk about our business together, but I think we should talk on this one. We're out here, we're off developing the same shit. We don't even know it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. I mean, I haven't talked to Jai about it yet, but I feel like if you're part of our community, you get discounts and stuff to those things. There's benefits to being part of a family, just so I imagine that sort of thing. So we'll have workshops for sale, as part of the community. And those workshops will be up forever and you'll be able to have access to them, forever. And so, yeah, we'll have more information on that. But I agree. Uranus and Taurus. Actually, and I'm going to say right now, for those who are in my Step Astrology Now community, which is my new, horoscope, I'm doing a workshop on the 5D natal chart and the draconian chart. And I'm going to help people read their draconian because, oh my God. Have you looked at yours?
I have. I don't have it memorized. But I have looked at it and so the way that I understand it, it's your soul's highest expression, highest purpose.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Like what the soul's really up to. I feel it's who I really am. Oh my God, that's who I really am on the inside. And you realize, oh my God, I'm doing a lot of pretending from this to this. And it's because I feel like I have to. When in Rome kind of thing. When in Rome, I felt like when I'm on Earth, I've got to be this way. But it's like really your natal chart is the disguise that you wear. 3D is a disguise that you wear. 5D is where you are your true spiritual self. I believe it's the 5D chart. I believe it's the chart of how we operate in 5D. I believe it's the access to 5D. And I got to give Dylan, Design Maven, actually a colleague out there, credit for finding this, because he'll always get credit. He came to me and said, I was like, oh my God, you're right, dude. And we'll be teaching it. So in Step Astrology now, we're going to be looking always at our 5D, always at our 3D, and looking at the two varieties of ourselves. And it's going to be really about, plotting that ascension path, in each moment. In each moment, like, you have a choice. You can live by your 3D chart or your 5D chart. Which do you want to live by? And you know what? I'm a net 9 in my 3D chart. I'm a net 6 in my spirit. Which are
wow.
opposites.
So
Yeah.
what does that mean to you?
I think I'm supposed to be giving and I'm supposed to be receiving all the time.
You're saying you're supposed to be receiving all the time?
Mm-hmm. I should be just taking in, not putting out. Like literally opposite, like vacuum, suck, blow. Right now my vacuum is blowing. It's supposed to be sucking.
Don't you think that there is a balance that we are to draw between the two energies? Well,
in 3D, yes, but in 5D, no. I feel like 5D has different rules. I don't know. I'm just, disclaimer, y'all, I'm going there with you. Like, what I did in my career so far was teach you what I've learned over the last 2,000 years. What's that?
This is the time of innovation.
Well, I don't even have the map. It's like I had a map of how the world works in 3D. I taught it for 20 years. Now I'm with you I'm on the vacation with you. Like, holy shit, did you see that? Like, I don't know. I'm learning with you. I don't know.
I think we all are. I think that's what's been happening. We've been reset. Everyone is on the same level now. And that's what humanity is waking up to. That no one's better or worse or better or less than, that we're literally all capable of all of the same things. The choice is yours, like that famous show, Once Upon a Time.
Oh, is that it? Oh, yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
The choice is yours. Like, you choose what you want to do with, but you're capable of amazing magic in this world. And I think that's what we're realizing. And so the playing field is becoming leveled. And this is the time to go for the things that you want to do. Freaking, like, nobody's done it before. Great. You be the first one. That's what I taught in your Hero's Journey workshop. I was like, you don't, there's no more map or like there's no directions anymore. You need to go and like be the innovator, be the one that like, the explorer, like go discover new lands, go discover new worlds. That is the door that I feel has opened for us.
It is. And AI did it. I can't believe. So Uranus and Gemini is like, okay, our mind's going to accelerate at rapid places. And here's AI. And what AI is doing, if you guys haven't played with it, play with Grok though. I feel, I'm just gonna say, I'm not playing with, ChatGPT for very much. I just don't trust. I get a wrong feeling and I get to be careful. I get a caution. But play with this and you realize what this is. This is humans creating consciousness. This is humans being God. We're creating consciousness. We're creating self-awareness. We are in the process of being a God ourselves as a species, but it levels the playing field. If you were an idiot, not anymore. You have access to all the worlds. You have access to everything that's been thought ever in a moment, all categorized and there at your fingertips. So no longer does your education matter. No longer does whether you went to Harvard or what matter. That doesn't matter anymore. If you don't have a big vocabulary, it will talk simply for you and put you on the same level as a senator. So no longer. The only thing that matters now is your imagination. That's it. That's the only thing you can have more than another human being is imagination and love. Everything else is going to be handed to you on a platter. It's like AI has become the working human. It's going to do all the work for us, all the work. And we're just going to be sitting here ready to play or not ready to play. Right? It's amazing.
Yeah, I know. And I'm so excited for it. And I wanted to say that I have a song that I have chosen for today. One of the songs that I've chosen for today, I'm going to play two songs for you guys. And the first one is actually called 12th House Gemini. And I wrote it because it was like a reflection of what it feels like to be a 12th House Gemini and to have all this stuff in 12th House Gemini. But the more I look at the lyrics, I'm like, this is really fitting for this topic that we're having. So I would love to play it.
Let's do it. Let's go to commercial. Let you set up. We'll come back. I'll talk. When you're ready, we'll do it.
Okay, sounds great.
Cool. Awesome.
Catch Sensei David and Scott behind the scenes with a backstage pass. Watch Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Scott Cruz is popularly known for his life-changing one-on-one readings to also guide in your soul ascension journey. With life readings, get insight into your relationships, career, health, trauma healings, past life regressions, and more. Want to connect with a loved one who's transitioned? Scott's mediumship session can be the gateway to you and your loved ones in spirit, bridging the gap between the physical and the spiritual realm. If you want to enhance your own psychic ability, Scott's Intuition Builder session can help expand your psychic and mediumship abilities. So sign on to scottcruzpm.com to book your own personal session today.
Come with me, come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Reach out, touch what was once just in your imagination.
If you're here, it's because you care about growth, alignment, and living consciously. And I want you to know, everything I create inside Channel for Grace is designed to help you live aligned by design, in your power and in your strength. We have a free global community where light workers from around the world gather to connect and support one another. A starseed membership that guides you through the entire astrological year so you understand what's happening and how to work with it. We offer astrology courses, special workshops, and the Moon Goddess training, all housed inside one intentional private space. If you're ready for real support, real community, and real alignment, check out the links below and come join us. I'd love to walk this journey with you.
Yay. Hello, everybody. So nice to be here. I just want to take a moment to kind of show you a little bit what's going on and really just talk a little business. We have a lot of people in the chat worried and confused about the transition from Serious Joy into this next event. So I want to clear some of that air for people, just so you know. First of all, in the future, it's not cool in any of our spiritual programming to be talking about business or use it as customer service. We will shadow ban just because we don't need it. We need to separate and put up our walls. And I have to say, for those who are worried about 1995, I've been there for the world for 20 years and I'm not going out as a thief. All right. Like, that's not who I am. And for you to think that, it's just like hurts me, actually breaks my heart. Let's focus on what really matters, which is your heart, your growth, your ascension, and where you're going next. You know, I think this is a real test right now for people. You're going to be tempted right now to get caught up on something from the past. Everyone's going to be tempted. That's the devil tempting you back. Okay. Don't get caught up in it. Don't get caught up in projecting onto someone. I think a lot of times I often serve as a leader. Anyone who's a leader often serves as you get what's it called? Fire, whatever you call it. It's like gaslit all the time because people will see for a moment in someone they believe in the person that hurt them. They see like their father, they see the bad guy, they see this, and they see that in that person. And you do think it's that for a minute because you don't want to be, everyone feels like the person who was good is suddenly going to turn dark. And that's because that's what happened in the last 2,000 years. But your heart knows the truth. When people get delusional about things, it's because you're in your mind. You have not asked your heart. You have not asked your heart. You have not asked your feelings. You let your mind go running off like a cockroach looking at the data, and you have not gotten back and listened to your heart. Your heart will always tell you the truth. And I have to say, this is a very important thing in these next steps going up in Taurus. As we go from step 6 to step 7, step 8, step 9, step 10, it's 5 days, next 5 days, you must decide what is your kernel. If you're going to hold on to the past, then you're going to recreate the past, period. It's how the universe works. If you're going to be upset about the past, you're going to create the past. If you're going to be worried about the future, you're going to have a worrisome future. What you be is what comes. The only thing is now. Everything is now. Step astrology now, okay? Everything's in the now. And if you were in the now, right now, you're happy and you're fine, then you will be happy and fine tomorrow. But it's up. You have to try it. You can't just sit there and think about it, because being in the mind is basically what's like in heaven. It's so boring in heaven, guys. So boring, because all we are is in our mind all the time. And here we come to this earth and we stay on our cell phones and we stay in our mind all the time. It's not fun. This is a week where you want to live in your heart and go ahead and just, you probably spent your whole life worrying. Give yourself 5 days, 5 days of just living in your heart and see what happens. Just see. I triple dog dare you to give it a try. Try it. Just try it. What's going to happen? You think your life's going to be completely destroyed by it? It's not. In fact, it's going to change your life. The words I'm telling you will actually change your life, change everything. If you simply live in your heart for the next 5 days, because the next 5 days will determine reality. All right. What your reality is going forward. Because step 10 is I manifest, I materialize. And so that is the stage. We're manifesting the stage in which life will now play upon. And the play begins in Gemini. That's when the dialogue starts. That's when the fat lady sings, so to speak, in the opera, is in Gemini. So you want to have this stage be a very cool stage, very creative and warm and chill and relaxed. And again, I just want to say there is if you have spent your whole life upset and complaining, well, where did it get you? All right. You must be what you want to come. That's what become means. And speaking of become, I just want to take 1 second before we give to Jai's wonderful song. I want to share screens here, Miss Director, if you don't mind, and just kind of show people the communities real quick and just do a quick little demo of what it looks like, if we can. I've sent it there. So yeah, what we've done here is we're building a world where all the worlds come together. This is the community for I Rise, I Shine. Okay. And we always have, these are where workshops will be. These are events that we'll have, we'll have events. There's literally a calendar. We have a leaderboard where if you're doing positivity, you're getting points for it, and who our members are. You can create a profile. Each community is its own thing. And so I Rise, I Shine is where we'll be doing some workshops and having some things that we share with just, basically because everything is now being ingested by AI, we're going behind a fire paywall so that we have privacy. All right. That's what we're doing. I'm going to put less and less truth out there and more of it in here, as Jai and I will as well. But I also have this where our LOL community is too. You just click here and boom, I'm in LOL, another show that we do on Wednesday nights with Scott and David. Really great. And then, of course, we have the Self-Love Mastery community, which is a class I did for 16 weeks. We'll talk about that later. And now also the Step Astrology Now community, which is where you'll find horoscopes and whatnot and what steps. Each step is in the learning module. Here's Step Astrology Now. You click here, you see your daily step talk, and there's so much more to come. So Enchanted.now gets you access to this, kind of give you access to see all of them and flip between them. And then you can decide who you want to subscribe to and who you don't want to subscribe to. For everyone in Serious Joy who's come over, there has been tremendous opposition from someone I work with. And I don't want to, bad talk someone, but I am up against a lot of, you have no idea what I'm going through. No idea. And I'm not going to put it out in public either, but it makes things very difficult. So we are, everyone who is in Serious Joy, you'll be automatically unsubscribed. If you get charged, we're going to give you credit for it. If you dispute it, you've lost your money. If you dispute it, you've lost your money. Because what happens is it goes to a bankruptcy court and it becomes prioritized as low. So it's just, don't do that. So some people I've noticed have been disputing charges. We can't get your money back now. I did put this out there in the pep talks. I did as much as I could with what power I had at the time. So, but what I will do is give you credit in the new show, Step Astrology Now. I can give credit in this new thing. I don't always have the power to in the old thing. It's just the nature of business, unfortunately. So I don't want to put our show down with too much of this, but we would love to see you in any one of these communities. Most importantly, this one. I Rise, I Shine. This is our positive message from Jai and myself. Every week, we just want to send sunshine and love. We'll always have the show for free, but we'll always have some things back here for those who want to commute with us and be a part of the community. It's enchanted.now. And so without further ado, let me introduce my co-star here, who's y'all, she's an amazing songwriter. She writes all this stuff. Can you believe it? I'm going to take it away, girl.
Thank you. Yes, I'm so excited. And as I was sharing before I went backstage, I actually have a song that is called 12th House Gemini. And this is a song that I wrote, and it was really to reflect on me, my relationship that I have with my own natal chart. I have basically in the 12th house, I have Chiron in Gemini, then my North Node, then Venus, then my Sun, and then I have that Gemini rising. And it's a lot. Like having all of these, planets in the 12th house my whole life has been the spiritual journey where I have not had any other path other than this one. And it is a wild ride, and it is Gemini, right? So we got that mutable energy. So I thought that this was the perfect and most fitting song to play for the energy that Uranus, now in Gemini, is bringing into the collective. So I hope that you enjoy this song. And what I recommend is, like, if you have headphones, it's really nice to listen to it. Headphones, settle yourself in and receive the message. Because the other thing about my songs is that they are channeled and they're downloaded, and it has the potential to calm you and get you into the right space. So I hope you enjoy this 12th house Gemini.
I stand here naked, but I have a sword in my hand, staring off into the darkness, ready to face that which I cannot face, that which holds me back, that which will turn into my freedom. A storm rages outside of me, but I here stand with strength. I am afraid, but more afraid to stay behind, to hold myself back. What would you do if you were given a gift to see, a gift to feel, a gift to transform, a gift to teach? What would you do if you had a choice? What would you choose? 12th house Gemini, bliss via darkness, light, bring it to form, give it life, fly with courage, fly with strength, fly with an open mind. You cannot love without an open mind. You have to free your mind, free your mind. Set yourself free your mind. 12th house Gemini, standing in the eye of the storm, staring off into the starry sky. The universe, the beyond, the veil is thin. I can see with a clear mind, clear intentions, that I am the 12th house Gemini, bliss via darkness, light, bring it to form, give it life. Fly with courage, fly with strength, fly with an open mind. You cannot love without an open mind. You have to free your mind, free your mind, set yourself free, free your mind. 12th house Gemini, 12th house Gemini. 12th house Gemini.
Let's go to commercial. Yay! I'm sorry. Yay! We're doing a commercial. We're going to talk about that song because I think it was very autobiographic, biographic, right? A little bit intense, man, but good. Great work.
Thank you. If you're here, it's because you care about growth, alignment, and living consciously. And I want you to know, everything I create inside Channel for Grace is designed to help you live aligned by design, in your power and in your strength. We have a free global community where light workers from around the world gather to connect and support one another. A starseed membership that guides you through the entire astrological year so you understand what's happening and how to work with it. We offer astrology courses, special workshops, and the Moon Goddess training, all housed inside one intentional private space. If you're ready for real support, real community, and real alignment, check out the links below and come join us. I'd love to walk this journey with you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hello. Nancy's back. And we got Sarah. Hi. So I think Sarah's going to be in that bottom corner. She's supposed to come back. Miscommunication on my part, so I apologize. But we first talk about. We want to get to know Nancy a little bit.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming and volunteering, Nancy. First of all,
Yeah.
how did you? Actually, this is so faking it because I know you very well. We've worked together for a long time. I'm one of your number one fans, so you know. Like I want to be there in the front row. I've seen you change and transform, but like in your own words, like who are you now? Like because you trying out every modality. You're school teacher, public school teacher when I met you.
Yep.
Right. And now you are a light worker. You made that transition. I watched you go through it. It's amazing. And now you're guiding. You want to share anything about the process and who you are?
Yeah, well, I'm 3 Leo, so of course I have to taste everything, ruled by Jupiter, and then teach. I love teaching it. It's just what calls me. I started in Denver public schools here, and then thank goodness, like the minute before COVID hit, 2019, I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to teaching. And then I got a job with local government. So I kind of missed that horrendous shift with education. So
Wow.
like I was really protected. And, I met you during super transitional time during a divorce. And you were just my guiding light. You were like I always thought you giggled like Shaggy on Scooby-Doo. And it was just so fun. And we got to meet at a couple of your love fests and the local Denver scene and stuff. But, since then just on the path really since 2012. Also, a lot of us speak to that. But Reiki master teacher, breathwork guide, yogi, I've done, tasted it all, and I just weave and integrate all of those teachings into my readings that I do now. I still am a jack of all trades. I teach yoga. I do employee wellness programs for, local HR, for local government. I do everything online pretty much now, and then guiding workshops and just personal readings and really following the step system. Just, it's changed my life. I look at everything through that lens, which is fascinating. I just ran my draconian chart, and
what are you? Can you tell me what you are? And what's your sun?
My son is an 18 Virgo.
I love you. That's 9/11. That would be as if you were born on 9/11.
Oh, wow. Well, and think of just producing all the healer, producer, trying
It's
all
the shaman
things.
making reality. It's the shaman making reality. It's like it's when reality is created. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes in the form.
Yes. And I've guided plant medicine. I can talk about that now because it is legal here in Colorado.
It's true.
Medicine journeys, all the gamut of healing. But what's interesting, my rising sign, by the way, draconian, is my partner, 0 degrees Aries.
Your current partner. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Whoa. Wow.
So I got to sit with that one for a little bit. That my 5D rising.
That's great, Cray. Hi, Sarah.
0 Aries.
Oh, bye, Sarah.
Sarah. So,
Sorry.
Yeah, there she is.
Wow, that's amazing. So do you feel at heart that you are always like, because 18 Virgo is that Virgo that has, I always like, what's the Indian, God that has like all the hands?
Oh,
like
Ganesh or Shiva?
Is Shiva?
Oh,
To me, 18 Virgo is Shiva. Like basically 20 hands doing 20 things at a time, all in a moment, like just doing it all, just like you just described to us.
Yeah, that's what I talk with my friends. There's some thing that went around that was like, we're just the piddlers, but I'll piddle with a little Reiki and I'll piddle with some yoga and then I'll do some plant medicine and but we all have these tools. All of us have these tools, whether it's your, in the mystical, magical, or if you're a communicator. And we are called to use every single tool in the book right now. This is what I'm telling my clients too. It's like you said, it's everything's within. The Gemini stuff, it's get rid of the mind, bring it within. I'm telling people to almost bring like a teddy bear around with you, or like because when you're triggered and you've got your little thing, you have to, like Sensei, you would tell us, you want me to get that little bad man? You want me to tell him he cut you off in traffic and go beat him up? I'll do that.
So true.
That is a practice that we are so called, because we are going to be in our shadow and triggers and transformation this whole week leading up to that new moon. I mean, it is shadow, deep, intense shadow work. So get ready, but be excited about the change. Like that's all I can really say about that. Yeah,
so step 10 Taurus is light 1 and shadow 0. So when light and shadow come together, it's literally the two. Yeah. There's a lot of shadow work with the Earth and Scorpio. In Taurus, a lot of work. For Tauruses, there's a lot of shadow work. There's something always dying. With everything you create, something has to die. You only have so much consciousness, in the Taurus's world. Yeah. So in Taurus, you're saying goodbye to a lot of things.
Wow.
Yeah. But it can always come back. You can recreate it. It's just a video game, y'all. Nancy, it's so beautifully put. I like your little...
Thank you.
So I think you should make those little teddy bears, because I'll buy one.
Our little inner child teddy bears, or whatever it is. If you do therapy, people do their inner child work, but this is some major call to soothe yourself this week, and nothing's in Earth except the sun.
Yeah,
I think that's the only thing in Earth is for a little while. Venus is now in Gemini. So yeah, lots of. So how do you see through the static, right?
Yeah.
And last, I'll drop what my workshop coming up is right before the new moon. It's May 14th, and it is sparking joy. Fire it up, fire the F up is what we're calling it, because we've got to anchor into our joy right now. or all the time, but it's a theme, and that's what's going to get us through. I mean, it's so like I feel like I've been saying this for 3 years in our ceremonies, but really we just have to do that, and that's what Serious Joy was. I mean, that's what your work is. It's our hearts and
Yes.
stuff. That's what's coming up for me in my workshop. So I'll put it in the comments too.
Leos are naturally born connected to their heart. They can't. It's really impossible for them to abandon their heart. They don't live anymore if they do. So that's a great thing about Leos. They shine the light, even if they're not feeling good. Even if you're sad, it's still the brightest thing in the room. You know, I mean, that's what I love about Leos. It's a commitment to the heart. Step one, self-love. That's it. I'm seeing so much interesting progress with Leos, by the way, and Aquarius. As I was having this conversation with lots of people, how Leos and Aquas are changing hands. The Leos are kind of stepping to the back of the room and leading from behind now, kind of walking up and hi, versus they get on stage, you have their moment, but it's not all about that anymore. Like it's only when they're cued. It's not all the time. They're not always on anymore. That's what I'm noticing. The new Leos and the Aquariuses are on for the first time. Like what? Like I'm seeing Aquarius. Like what? That was an Aquarius I just saw. You're like what?
I'm a Leo Aquarius.
Oh, so you're just flipping outfits. It's just a wardrobe change.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's a drama hats. Yeah. That sounds like an awesome workshop. This is online?
Thanks. Yes, it's online. It's on Eventbrite, and it's in my bio. I'll link all that stuff maybe in the comments, and it'll be on Enchanted, I'm sure, too.
Yeah, here's our QR code. Y'all work with Nancy, and Nancy, I still have more to talk to you about. I just haven't had the moment yet, so we got to talk.
Sure.
Thank you for coming today. And so, Jai, did you have a question? I feel like I'm dominating here. I don't mean to.
No, you're good. I am actually love listening. I was just thinking of like where my mind goes, the dynamic of in conversation when there's a projector in the room. I'm like, I love being quiet and observing. It's just I do what I do.
Oh.
But I would like to say, Nancy, that just a little bit that I experienced at the beginning of the show when you did the breath work. I feel like that is something that's so important right now. And in my own personal community, I teach Kundalini yoga. I don't know if have you guys ever done Kundalini yoga?
I do it every morning.
I tried it once.
Oh,
it's too
well,
much
there
for me.
you go. Okay, so this is so interesting because one thing that has come up in my community right now is people are now asking to learn more about Kundalini yoga because it is new to still quite a bit of people. Most people don't know what it is. So anyways, I'm a Kundalini yoga teacher. I was trained, back in 2014, I did the teacher training and all that stuff. So I include it in everything I do in all my programs. And I just feel like it's such a good balance between everything that we're talking about, which is all in the mind, and then also everything that we're going to need as we're like lifted up into this multi-dimensional field that we're going to be like essentially swimming in for the next 8 years or whatever, or for the rest of our lives, maybe, I don't know, to have these practices. So I just loved what you shared with us, and it really helped me ground deeply.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, Kundalini takes so much focus that you can't think. You can't get lost in your mind when you're meditating with Kundalini. That's why it's just so good. Yeah. Because you're like,
yeah.
Close your eyes, put your hands, suck your belly, and
You know what? And that's really good. So for people that have a hard time, like, taking a chill pill, it helps because it makes it so that you have so many things to focus on. Your mind, that's like our multidimensional minds are going to love this type of practice. And it's like kind of it's being revived all of a sudden, I feel like, anyways, in my observation.
Agreed. Well, I did hear somebody say like Kundalini is so masculine, but I disagree.
I disagree too.
It's in your body. Your body is your feminine. It is, yeah. I mean, even though you're taking so many actions depending on what you're doing from minute to minute, it's embodied.
Yeah.
I find a lot of women who have a lot of masculine energy take Kundalini. I feel like a lot of women who are crossing over to being a woman this lifetime, who were men prior, there's a lot. I mean, it's weird and ironic, but a lot of my clients who are women, phenomenal women, were just men like 2 lifetimes ago. And they're like still working out that male aggro into the female divine, and they're really what's rising the divine is men, not really, but past life men. Actually, these are souls who are always leaders, so they're going to follow the power, and they're all moving in the female dynamics now. Like the real powerful souls are all becoming women now, incarnating as women. But I find over and over again they're doing Kundalini. There's something about Kundalini that really seems to like balance that male, female, his, her, him, her pronoun, whatever. And it was too much for me personally. I tried it a couple times. I could not do it. I did
hilarious.
yoga. I did yoga. I was doing like yoga 3 or 4 times a week. I did hot yoga. You like sweat all the water out of your body. Like I did that. But Kundalini, I was like, fuck this. I'm sorry.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus the women there are so intense. I'm like, it's like very uncomfortable.
That's what makes it. That's why people are like, no, I don't know about all that. It looks a little bit like cultish. But the thing is that it's very involved. So it's like you've got breath work going on. You've got mudras with the hands. You've got different gazes with the eyes. You've got positions that you're doing the breath in, and then kriyas. So like it's. But what I love about it is that in Kundalini yoga, you'll go to a class and be like, okay, today's class is all for working like the different glands in the body. It's very physiological. So like, okay, today's class is about detoxing the liver. Like you could do types of breath work and mudras and body, postures that have a certain effect with Kundalini yoga that I feel is what makes it it's almost like medicinal in its own way. It's wild.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways,
It sounds like my type of yoga. I'm feeling the calling right now to like go out and do it. I'm like Mars at 25, intensity, doing stuff. I'm in.
Get it. Get after it.
It is very useful. I recommend it. And I want to close up the show just showing about the full moon coming up. We have a full moon on Friday. And if we can show the chart, but it's a step 11.
In Scorpio.
This is no shift, y'all. This is it. Because step 11, of course, is when you become. So by Friday, we become this new spiritual being that we are. This new value system. See, I'm not sure what's happening here. I think I might have to turn one off, turn one on. No, I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out for today's step 6. Mm-hmm. Yeah, today's step 6. I'm moving to step 7. Just request the share again. Okay, so we got to redo the share here, but I'll do the share again. Ultimately, between now and Friday, we'll go from 6 to 11. And also the Earth slows down and speeds up in spring and fall. If y'all don't know that, it literally starts to speed up. So we have less steps per day. We have a little bit. A day will have. It's usually 1 step per day, but when it speeds up, it'll be almost 1 step and a little bit of another step. Okay, here it is. So we're starting to speed up because we're whipping around the side of the sun. This is a step 11 Scorpio full moon, y'all. There are 2 full moons in the month of May. So we have a blue moon at the end of the month. The other moon is going to be in Sag. It's not going to be in Scorpio, though. So that's cool. That's a different kind of scenario. But step 11 is, okay, when you become this new version of your soul capital. So it's, and 11 is I love myself and I love myself some more. I have so much love for myself. I can have that love pour out into my life. And that's when you're running at 11, which is those people who see 11 on the clock. So your angels are telling you, like, live in your heart and live in your heart in the moment. But this is literally sort of like, I don't know, the final test. Because Scorpio is the line. So if you're not operating at 11, what's going to happen is emotionally it's going to be a wrecking ball. Anything that's not at 11 is going to be blindly like, this is Virgo. It's like a Virgo Scorpio moon. So imagine having a Virgo and a Scorpio criticize you. Okay, this is full moon is going to be. There's going to be this desire to self-criticize. Now, that's not a way to love yourself, to self-criticize. By the way, I tell myself I love you. It's cool. It's okay. Some magic words for 11. It's okay. So your shirt's untucked. Who cares? So this is late. Who cares? It's okay. You have to not care at all, in order to be able to really care. Because if you don't, you have to have that dynamic. So this full moon is going to be killing off and revealing what is not in integrity. And what is not integrity in spirituality is something. It's not integrity if you're not loving yourself as a response. You're out of integrity with yourself. If you're not loving yourself when someone else is yelling at you, you're not in integrity with yourself. Right? So this is about staying in the power of God creation and not getting caught up in the creation of what we created, right? It's pretty powerful. Jupiter in 19, so just a couple things. This time I'm doing the step talks now as I'm doing charts like this. But Jupiter 19, now at 19, just turned 19 into 19, it's been 18 forever. Means that this is going to manifest a new emotional tone So this is not just a full moon. It's a moon that will actually create a tone that will be the base tone. All right. Pluto at 5 says, keep the nasty thoughts out of your head. They're not serving you at all. They never serve you, as Jai was telling us, as a master Gemini. And then look at this yod we have. Mars at 16, net 7, which is a spiritual Mars. So a spiritual ego. And also on the other side, look at this. Venus is playing Mars, and Mars is playing spirit. So Venus is at a 9, which is ego. So basically, our feminine and masculine energy are both pouring into this. And they're pouring into this, the masculine energy being spiritual, the feminine energy being male. Really, and that makes up the 11 right now. So in a way, we're getting a new gender balance here with this as well, which is interesting. And Uranus is at 0 Gemini. Y'all, I don't know. I predict while Uranus is at 0, some shit's going to come out of the closet, because 0 lets the bats out of the cave. And so we're going to see something out, something come out, I think, from this point forward. Not it's going to be a surprise, but I think it will be. I've been predicting on LOL some jaw-dropping something. I can feel that something, the whole world, even myself, be like, be like that emoji. Not even hurt, just can't believe it. Look at this, Chiron and Mercury at 27. 27 is like the master mission. So we basically this starts the mission, in my opinion. This is where the gun fires, the theme park is open, cut the ribbon, run on in, play, folks. Let's see what you can do. The North Node's at 6, which is to accept and receive who you really are as a spirit, to no longer accept and receive who you have been, right, in Virgo. Very powerful. So that's what I can offer there. My advice is, love yourself and love yourself some more. Close your eyes if you open your eyes after the event, you should see a different world. If you love yourself and love yourself some more. That's my advice.
I love it. Do you know, in the starseed astrology, that the 0 Gemini is Pleiadian energy because it's on Alcyone. Yeah, it's on the main star of the Pleiades, Alcyone. And then 9 degrees of Gemini is Aldebaran, which is one of the 4 royal fixed stars. It's Archangel Michael.
Aldebaran, yeah.
Aldebaran. And so those two energies being activated like that is wild.
Thank you for that. I had no idea the Pleiadians. I got to call up Wendy Kennedy, my friend, who channels the Pleiadians, and we got to get her on the show. We got to get her on here. That's fascinating.
For sure.
Wow.
It's exactly while Uranus is at 0. That's what I was talking about in my weekly, that this week that we just basically are completing was a week where I felt like the Pleiadians showering down codes.
Yes,
I really did.
The light codes, they do. This is the draconic chart for that moment. So the full moon in Scorpio at 11 degrees is actually on that day. We're actually creating a breakthrough, a step 4 transformational. We're going to do a dimensional shift at the spirit level, which will be realized about 21 days later. So, this is like May 23rd. So on May 1st, you're manifesting May 23rd. That's what we're discovering. That's what the new stuff's coming in with these daily step talks, is that we're now looking at why am I worried about May 1st? Because May 1st was 21 days ago when you did that. I'm shifting focus now, and I'm focusing on the 23 days ahead in the day. That's what you have to complete. You're just experiencing what you created in the present, but you're not really creating anything that can change. You want to get mad at someone in the present, you're wasting your time. This is what we're working on, a step 4 breakthrough of personal thinking on this full moon in Scorpio. Interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm this stuff is like time travel. I'm loving it.
I think
Jupiter's
that's
Grandmaster 12 Leo, isn't it? It's so. Look at Jupiter at 12 Leo. Oh my God, Nancy, that's gonna be. I bet your 3 goes to 12. Just saying. you ascended, girl. So yeah, interesting stuff. Uranus is at 23, Grandmaster Gemini number. Look at that. So Grandmaster Gemini gets rocked. 4, how you think of yourself gets rocked. That means that about early Gemini is going to be pretty intense. Based on this, pretty intense. Why are you laughing? Because you've already.
I don't know. Yeah.
She knows. She knows. She's very interested in the thing. So we'll take that off.
I was just laughing. I was looking at the gene key that the full moon in Scorpio is going to be on, and it's going to be on the 40. It's the 44th gene key, so 44. Energetic. I know, that's crazy, right? I'm curious though. Can you talk a little bit about 4/4 in the step through the step?
Yes,
wisdom?
44. I haven't had a chance to teach these steps beyond 30, 29 before, but I operate them all the time. So, after you get past 33, 33 is when you take over reality, by the way, you start ascending. So step 33, that's why it's the Masonic 33 master, because that's what you believe is what the beliefs are. So what you believe is what the beliefs of the world is, 33. 44 is similar, except more in a wizard-like level of Merlin, where where it's like whatever you go up to, you force the world to go up to. So everything past 33 is you and the world being immediately affected, right? That's ascension. That's 5D, right? So 44 is innovate. So I'm going to innovate. You basically, another way to look at this is I'm going to innovate my life. I'm going to innovate what the word innovate means first, right? So it's like, right? You're like, what? Innovate doesn't mean this now. It means this, and now do it. It's like what, huh? It's really intense. And actually, age 44 is really intense too.
It is.
44, it is an intense. Between 42 and 44, the most intense years I think I've had, except turning 50. 49, 50 was more intense. But that was intense. That's when Uranus opposes your Uranus, which you're going through, Jai, which we'll have on camera. And, okay.
And cut.
And contract. That's when Uranus, it's opposite Uranus opposition Uranus. So Uranus comes around, innovating, and then finally Uranus sees itself in the mirror. Wow. That's what it is. And Uranus is like, what?
That's right. Oh my
God. You call this innovation? You call this good? So Uranus has a fight with itself. It's literally, Uranus versus Uranus. It's like now only the best can come of you. Like you just shed off everything that's in the way, fears, reluctance, anything, and you're just like, fuck it. Right? Eventually is what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Totally. You know what? There's another thing that's really cool about the full moon. And so the gene key of that full moon, that 44th gene key, goes from the shadow is interference, but the gift is teamwork, and the city is synarchy. So it's like teamwork elevated to a whole nother level.
Yes.
Wow. And it's the ring of Illuminati. And I wanted to read.
I don't know. It's like you have to define that for me. That makes me like.
I'm going to read it. Okay. So the codon rings in the gene keys are groupings of gene keys that tell specific stories. So the 44th is a piece of the story for the ring of Illuminati. I'm going to read it. And this is from the Gene Keys website, Richard Rudd work. The ring of the Illuminati is uniquely coded with the harmonic geometries of higher evolutions. As this codon awakens through the human genome, the higher subtle bodies of humankind will self-organize into potent and coherent formations of awakening beings. This higher social harmony will progressively reveal itself as human beings move beyond the domain of shadow consciousness and realize the harmonic blueprint that underlies all human civilization. Humanity has always sensed the presence of the Illuminati, or the chosen ones. We have woven them into our legends, our dreams, and even our conspiracy theories. Commonly misunderstood, the Illuminati refers to a higher evolution of celestial beings or ascended masters who are not separate from us, but are our higher nature personified. We now live in the time of the gathering of the Illuminati, a time of unprecedented planetary change where its fields of harmony draws us in and gradually transforms our cellular DNA into its highest mode of functioning.
Whoa, I have to say Illuminati, that word got hijacked by bad guys. It was not a bad word in the beginning, just so people know. It triggers us, though, because of that. Also, the weird noise anomaly people are talking about in the chat, there's some background noise. We know it's Restream. We've complained so many times. They're working on it. It's beyond our control. It's not our background. It's the software. So we apologize, but it's beyond our control. But it's probably a good moment. That was amazing. Wow. Yeah. So we become one. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I'm coming out of shadow. Like nothing is really keeping me down very long now. Like I pretty much blink through it, but there are surprises. Like, you have to clear up. You don't know what you don't see. So there are things I'm like finding stuff when I pull up rugs and stuff like that, but overall, even then I'm like, just get some Lysol. Let's go. 10 years ago, I've been like, oh my God. Okay. Not Lysol, vinegar. Help me out, girls.
Heavy metals. Come on.
Vinegar and lemon.
I'm brainwashed by commercials. It's true.
Oh my
It's true,
God.
yeah. We'll get some, when Elays come out with that product, it'd be great. So, Well, I guess that's all. We have to transition, y'all. We've been on for a while. It's 2 hours and 14 minutes. And I want to thank Nancy for coming on and being our friend.
Thanks.
Thank you, Nancy.
It's fun.
Thanks, Sarah, for kicking off the day.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, ladies. And Jai and I'll be back 1 week from now. Well, we have vacation scheduled, but we're good next week, right? Or
No,
not?
we're here next week. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Because we're off one day, and we'll put that in the schedule, y'all. It'll be in the community, on the calendar, in the community, on the schedule. Okay, so that's one reason why I be part of the community too, and it helps us too. This costs money, and we're all we're not trying to like become millionaires, but we're trying to like pay the bills of what it costs to just run this operation. That's it. Some people are paid because they're not getting something from it, like directly, like Jai and I get promotion and things. But so thank you for your help with that. We really appreciate it. We'll have a donate button soon. That's all I have to say. Jai, anything you'd like to say? I'll shut my mouth now.
Well, no, thank you. And I would actually like to finish with another song.
Thank you. That's right. Oh my God.
Yes, I would love to hear it.
That's good to you. And we'll come back and we'll say goodbye. Sorry.
Okay. So
Yeah.
send me backstage so that I can get ready, and then we'll go in and just very quickly.
Okay, we'll do Nancy. Parting words of wisdom, Nancy, for us. You might have said it. You have to say it again as she's preparing.
Yes. I mean, hang on, let go, hang on, let go. That's what it's
that sounds like a monkey bar.
Really, right. It is like doing the monkey bars, and know that you're hanging on and letting go and going up, and embrace every uncomfortable situation. Just hold on to your hearts, but step right into it, or else you're going to get a little
hold on to your hearts.
And join, please join our workshop. My spirit bestie, Krista Powell, and I do beautiful workshops with guided hypnosis and meditation and breath work and astrology, all the good, juicy stuff that our community here loves and that you created. Thank you so much, Christopher. And thank you so much, Sarah Jean and Jai, for having me today. It was so fun.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah.
F up. Yeah. I mean, like,
I love that title.
Get in our hearts and really call in this joy. Because, it's everywhere. We can find it everywhere.
It is. It's our natural state.
Yeah.
We're pretending to be unhappy. We're not really unhappy. As soon as we go back to our spirit form, we're happy again.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Truly practice gratitude and making an intentional practice of gratitude, being with friends, being loving, and just being compassionate, but gratitude above all.
Gratitude is the attitude of receiving. I always said it. It's like the only way to receive is just be grateful. Just shut up and be grateful.
I'm so grateful. It's a 6-degree day because I felt it, the shift. I mean, okay, I could breathe today. It was perfect for the show too.
Yeah, yesterday was tough, I have to say. I'd say the first 4 degrees of Taurus were very challenging. Yeah. At least, for me. So I think Jai's ready to go. If she's ready, and she's thumb up, but we'll see. Tell us in a private chat if you're ready, Jai. Oh, there goes Nancy. Oh, I guess we're done. We'll go back to Jai. She's ready. Okay. Without further ado, Jai, goodbye.
Oh, you crack me up. Okay, so I just want to say that I am so grateful for the opportunity to be able to play my songs here in this on this show, and it's something that I've been really wanting to do for a really long time. And so I am fully just in the moment. And the song that I wanted to share with you guys today to close off the show is actually a song that's written for lightworkers. It's like a lightworker song to help inspire you to step into your light and to fully be yourself, and also to understand that it's not an easy path that we've chosen, but it's a 1000% worthy cause, you could say, to be fully embodied and fully aligned in your life. And I love to call it living aligned by design. And this is the song to hopefully inspire you to do that. It's called Eclipse.
trying to understand this crazy life we live. And every once in a while we get thrown off the horse. Leadership comes with responsibility to be aware and to serve. And it feels cloudy again. Thoughts won't stop rushing through my head, and I feel confused once again. Another chance to practice what you preach. It is a gift and a curse to feel so deeply. It is beautiful and scary to be so in tune. It is amazing and devastating to be so aware, but it is a responsibility. You have been gifted, oh gifted with you, have been gifted with. Speak your truth now, stand your ground now, say what you mean, don't hold anything back. Speak your truth now, stand your ground now, say what you mean, don't hold anything back. Speak your truth now, stand your ground now, say what you mean, don't hold anything back. Speak your truth now, stand your ground now, say what you mean, don't hold anything back. Be the example others need to heal, even if it means you will disappoint sometimes, because no one learns if everyone hides, because no one learns if everyone hides, because no one learns if everyone hides, because no one learns if everyone hides. When all you want to do is hide, you have to step up. When all you want to do is run away, you have to stay and stand your ground. When all you want to do is break down, you have to help others understand. You have to help others understand. You are the light. 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 You are the light, 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 you are the light.
Hey, I don't know if I'm heard. Yay! That was amazing. That was gorgeous. That was just amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I loved it. Yeah, you've had a whole spectrum of music. Let me ask you, how's it work for you? Do you just like sit in the garden and it comes? Like, how does that?
Pretty much. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
because the stuff you stream is like amazing. I think I
It's
told you this.
definitely downloads. It happens in downloads for sure. It's like I'll be sitting and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, there's a song coming through and I have to write down what's the words that are coming through and they usually become the lyrics. And then later on I put the music to it. But usually the lyrics come first, the words.
The poetry.
Mm-hmm.
It's poetry. Yeah, I feel like you channel from the angelic realm.
I love that.
They say that when you cross over, you hear music like you've never heard before. Like that we don't have the full range of notes on Earth. We have only a small range. And then you go to the angelic realm and it's like the angels like that. That's sort of that hallelujah, that choir kind of like hallelujah kind of feeling. They say that's what it's like. It's like literally beyond understanding on Earth of what sound is. I think you're channeling from that realm. I really do. I feel you are. Yeah. Which means you're blessed. You have permission. They give you copyright. That's pretty amazing. It's a good deal with the angels.
I love it. No, I do feel that this is my light language. Like I don't, the whole concept of light language. This is it for me. It's when I sing my songs. Yeah.
Yes. And it's amazing too how music will change you. You can listen to a song that you heard when you're in high school and you were back in high school. You'll time travel that place. You will feel yourself.
Yes.
You'll feel your girlfriend. You'll feel prom coming up. You'll feel it all for just one moment. It's like vibration takes you there. Like music shows you that it's about vibration. That's why I was like, hell yeah. When you said you wanted to sing songs, I was like, hell yeah. I've always wanted like a choir. I've always wanted because I don't feel like you can really transition on a Sunday without the music.
Right.
You just can't. So thank you for sharing it.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. I literally love this so much.
Well, it loves you. You radiate. So I look forward to hearing what comes next. And I think it's time to close the show. We look forward to seeing you all next time. Come on down to our community, enchanted.now, and be enchanted with us. Let's all enchant together. We'll see you next week. We love you.
Bye.
Catch Sensei David and Scott behind the scenes with a backstage pass. Watch Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.